Hello, good evening. Happy Father's Day to all. Welcome to this forum, the Juke enabled webinar on stress and COVID, coping with the current crisis. I'm your host for this unique virtual event. My name is Sudhir Kumar Das. I'm a chartered accountant by profession and very much an affected citizen, just like many of us. Before we start this Zoom meeting, I request all respected members available here please unmute their mic. They can all remain available on video. Use the chat box to effective use if I've got a question, if you have a suggestion, if you have to give a comments. And raise your hand if you want to speak something. The moderator or the host or the co-host will allow you to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, respected senior attendees here, brothers and sisters, the giving hands, the needy, the deprived, and we all the global citizens. The world is going through a very difficult situation due to corona pandemic. The first wave of pandemic shook the Western world, European countries, and USA with lakhs of lives lost and helpless all around. India too suffered, but relatively with a lesser number of casualties in comparison. Thanks, but no thanks to strict lockdown due to which lots of people lost their jobs and incurred huge losses in business, even though it has saved from human fatality. We were coming back to the track and economic conditions was improved, but the second wave came with full vengeance and everything went out of control. This resulted in huge losses of human life. This devastating situation of loss of life, coupled with closure of business, educational institutions, loss of jobs, and an unimaginable stress to the human life. It was a total breakdown at emotional and economic level with a nationwide catastrophe. People still finding difficulties in coping with this stress and trauma. If society is left like this to deal with the situation, it can lead to serious mental problems. It is expected that the post-COVID scenario will result in millions of vulnerable fighting anxiety, depression, etc. It is paramount importance for mental health experts to come in action and to provide their expert advice. People enable them to deal with situations in a more positive way. As you all know, stress and depression is the biggest killer in the world, resulting millions of untimely deaths every year. Not to forget, the global pandemic since a year has further added to the wound with an alarming increase in the vulnerable population with a loss of jobs, untimely death of near and dear due to COVID. Considering these factors, we have today in my presence today the webinar titled Stress and COVID, coping with the current crisis. I have important guests in Dr. Sushma Ahlawat. We also have the most adorable speaker in the field, which is an expert in mental illness. She's a clinical psychologist in Parul Singh. Dr. Sushma Ahlawat is an educationist by profession, environmentalist by choice, and a doctorate in chemistry. She is having a teaching experience of around 23 years, started her career from BSF school in Ganganagar, taught in Rotary Public School Gurgaon for a long time, and now she is studying chemistry in Delhi Public School Sector 45. She's a dynamic lady and recently elected as General Secretary of RWA, Sector 22. Now I would like to request Mrs. Ahlawat to chair the session by introducing Dr. Parul Singh. I will also request her to moderate the session. Welcoming you to the stage, Dr. Sushma Ahlawat.
Madam, please unmute.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhir. Good evening, dear all present in the meeting. I would love to introduce Parul, Ms. Parul Singh. She is practicing clinical psychology and she is founder of In Mind Wellness and Research. I'm delighted to share that Parul was a student when I taught in Rotary Public School, and she has been an all-rounder there too. She is now practicing this clinical psychology and a resident of our own Sector 22, Gurgaon. She pursued her higher education from University of Delhi and Central Institute of Psychiatry, Ranchi, popularly known as SIP, an institute of repute under the central government of India. Before getting into the practice, she has worked as assistant professor in Amity University, Jaipur, teaching the clinical psychology course to MPhil students, and currently she is practicing in her clinic in Sector 23, Gurgaon. And today she is here with us to enlighten us about the problem the whole world is going through, COVID and COVID-inflicted stress. So over to dear Parul. Ma'am Parul, please. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It is wonderful to actually be introduced by my own teacher. It is a great honor. Thank you for introducing me. And I'm happy to see so many people who are here. Thank you for making it. Now, I think I've written in the chat also, if I will try to use both the languages. If at any point you feel that I need to go a bit slow or you need to ask something, just raise your hand or type it in the chat. Because at the end of the day, I wanted to reach to all of you. That's why we are here. Okay, so now speaking on COVID and stress, I would like to take a moment to kind of make us all realize that the subject that we have chosen today is actually a very unique one in the manner that you know what we're going to talk about today, stress and COVID. It is something which is a shared experience. You know, it is not something that belongs to a particular profession or belongs to a particular stream. It is a collective issue, and I think irrespective of your profession, irrespective of where you are in the world, irrespective of your religion or what you do for a living, I think when we say these two words, I think all of us can relate, and it is something that all of us are experiencing right now together. So this actually acts as a great reminder also. Why I'm mentioning this is to be reminded that we are all together in it, and that we are not alone. This is something I feel that we can draw strength from. Now, moving to our topic for today, would just like to speak a little bit about stress first. Again, I don't think this is an unfamiliar area. I think all of us know what stress is. And if I ask you people, can you define stress for me, or can you tell me what stress is? Perhaps maybe not immediately you will have words to describe it. Maybe you won't be able to put it, in a definition form. But I'm sure that all of you will be able to report it as in when you're experiencing it. If you're experiencing stress, and if I ask you, I'm sure you'll be able to tell that this is stress. Our meeting is on. Now this happens because there is a reason I'm mentioning this. This happens because stress is not just experienced in words. Stress is not experienced as a thought only. In fact, stress is experienced in many ways. Stress is experienced in our body. It is in physical forms. Stress is experienced as feelings, through emotions. Stress is something that is also reflected in your behavior. So other people can also sometimes tell if you're stressed. And of course, you also experience it as a thought. Just to familiarize, though, again, all of you must have experienced it, but let's just talk about a few ways in which we can tell if we are stressed or if someone else is stressed. So physically, like I said, it can be experienced in your body. Physically, you may experience it as, a racing heart, sweating too often, getting headaches a lot, which seem to be for no reason. You may be experiencing indigestion or gastritic issues, or you may experience muscle soreness. There might be disturbance with sleep as well, or you may be experiencing restlessness in your body or general breathlessness. All of these are ways in which our body tells us that we are probably stressed. Then emotionally, we may experience it by, if we realize that these days we are crying a lot, maybe without much reason, or we are getting angry a lot. Sometimes we notice even people around us or a person around us is snapping too easily, and we say कि इनका तो बहुत short fuse hai, we use words like that. So yes, so snapping easily, getting angry easily, being irritable, emotionally you could even feel numb. Some people describe it as not being able to feel anything. Some clients of mine will also come and say that so much is happening around me, but I feel numb. So that is also actually an indicator of being stressed. Then of course you may feel fear, you may feel anxiety, or you may also not feel much at all. So this, if you're experiencing any of this, this is an indicator that you might be stressed. Then when I say behavior, it is also something that can be reflected in your behavior. This is something you may notice in others, So if someone is, it seems withdrawn, is not talking to people much, wants to stay alone and not want to be disturbed a lot, or if someone is reacting very easily to whatever happens around, to whatever, some people, they complain ki choti si baat boli and the person really reacted in a huge way. That is another indicator. Then sometimes people will start escaping from situations, or escaping from things or activities, even sometimes day-to-day activities that are otherwise required, kabhi ke ठीक है अभी if you're a student तो maybe अभी पढ़ने का मन नहीं है, you try to escape from that, or if there is a meeting, if you're a working professional, you may want to escape that, or if you have to complete a project. So trying to escape things that you're otherwise able to do may be another behavioral indicator of being stressed. Then there are some very obvious indicators also, like increased substance or alcohol use. Sometimes we reach to these kind of things. People start drinking a lot, or they start smoking a lot. Even if otherwise you are a smoker, if you realize that off late it's increasing, or you take a drink occasionally otherwise, but these days you feel that it is increasing, almost every day you need it, then that is another indicator that you might be stressed. And then at the end, of course, it is also experienced in thoughts. So this is something that only a person will be able to tell, because thoughts are very personal. So feeling confused, if you feel that you're not able to take decisions very easily these days, mind remain confused only, kuch samajh mein nahi aata hai, confusion si rehti hai, what to do, that is another indicator. Some people tend to otherwise assume the worst, especially in our current scenario where things are already bad. But people tend to assume the worst, that kisi ko, let's say COVID ho gaya hai, so maybe it will get severe only, or that this will never end, for example, ki pandemic jo chal raha hai, maybe it will never end, assuming the worst out of every, even simple situations. So that is another indicator that you are experiencing stress in your thoughts. Or there are many other examples. Another is taking things personally. Maybe someone is sharing their experience with you, and when you feel ki, maybe this person is trying to say personally something to me, or maybe they're saying this because they mean something about me. कोई आपस में किसी और के बारे में भी डिस्कस कर रहा होगा, and you feel कि नहीं आपको indirectly कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं, या this is about you. This is another indicator when you start taking things a bit personally that you might be stressed. So these are many ways. There are even more, because every person experiences things differently. But if any of this you're feeling, or you see people around you feeling, I think it is safe to assume that the person is stressed. So this is about stress. Though when we talk about stress, people usually tend to think it's a bad thing. That is not always the case. There is also good stress, actually, which keeps us motivated to work, which keeps us functioning, which drives us to do certain activities, to get through the day. So that is a good kind of stress. We call it eustress, but because today's topic is about more graver things, so we will be focusing on the negative kind of stress, which we usually call distress. So now stress and COVID. Let's talk about in the context of COVID. How are we experiencing stress in the current times? This is what I just spoke about, is stress that people can even otherwise experience, COVID or not COVID. But since today we are meeting here and talking about COVID, then it is essential to also identify what are other ways of knowing that you're stressed because of the pandemic or what is happening currently. Now, one major complaint that I hear from people, or one major or commonly shared experience that I hear from people is, I think all of us, and in fact, I think all of us must have felt this at some point or the other in the current times, is experiencing difficult emotions. Because of COVID these days, people are, and it's not that we otherwise don't experience difficult emotions. Difficult emotions are part of life, just as much positive emotions are. We are bound to feel happy. We are bound to feel excited. Similarly, we are also bound to feel sad and angry and anxious and fearful. So these are things that we even otherwise feel. But now, because of the current times, people are feeling it more often than not. Maybe they're feeling it more times for it to be managed. So anxiety, for example, is one such emotion, that we experience a lot, that we come across people feeling a lot. Anxiety about maybe what's going to happen. Anxiety is usually when we are trying to anticipate something about the future. So, trying to figure out as to what is going to happen, when is the pandemic going to end, when are things going to get better, when is life going to get back to normal. All of these thoughts might lead to anxiety. Then the fact that you're not able to predict what is happening right now, that is the biggest characteristic, I think, of the current pandemic, that people are not able to predict how life will look even tomorrow or maybe the next month. Like just I think 1.5 or 2 months ago, all of us felt like it's finally going away, things are getting better. And then suddenly the second wave came, which no one, I don't know if many people expected it, at least I didn't. Even my sense was that in the future, slowly things get better only. We don't expect that they might get worse also, and that happened. So this kind of unpredictability can really throw us off, and it can kind of feed our anxiety, not being able to predict what's going to happen as individuals, because we usually like to be in control of things and we like to plan things. And I think the current time is making that very difficult for us. So that is anxiety. Then another problematic emotion that people feel these days related to anxiety could be worry. There could be worry about the safety of your own self, about the safety of your loved ones, about your children, about your parents or grandparents, or worry about outcome of someone's recovery. If someone known has COVID, then how fast the recovery is going to happen. All of that can lead to a lot of worry. Then there can be anger or frustration because of different reasons. Anger because of the current situation, anger because, or frustration because you feel restricted, because of all of us have been in lockdown. Now it's slowly easing out, but we tend to get frustrated because we feel restricted, that we can't go about doing our daily activities like we used to earlier. Then sometimes people get angry about the lack of availability of resources. I've seen people getting angry at the government, at all sorts of things. And sometimes even angry at your own self, for not being able to handle things better, maybe. Or sometimes you get angry at your own self because you feel that you should be able to do certain things, but then you realize you're not being able to do them perfectly, like you imagined. So you feel angry towards your own self even. These feelings are also increasing these days. Then there might be feeling of guilt, there might be feeling of helplessness, of not being able to do enough for other people. There might be hopelessness that things may never improve, that life is always going to be like this, or there might be general sadness, that what is happening around us, we hear about that on news, we hear, even if we call a relative, that's all they talk about, and that can make us really sad. So these are some of the difficult emotions that I have come across actually in people who come to me as clients also, and even otherwise family members, friends, everywhere. Even personally, I think, I would have felt some of these emotions. Then another cause of anxiety can or stress in COVID could be a change in routine. This is also something I think all of us have experienced, whether we are working professionals or we are homemakers or we are children. I think all of us have experienced this change in routine, because of COVID. So children are no longer going to school. They are having to attend classes online from home. And that can be actually a very big setback for children. Then professionals who were going out and working are now working from home. Some have adjusted well to it, but whether or not the adjustment is good, it has definitely changed the routine, because earlier you used to spend some time in travel. Now you have extra time because of that. Maybe some people have flexible working hours because of working from home. So the sleeping and waking cycle is disturbed. Eating is happening at erratic times. Then even for homemakers, people who are not working or not professionals, I think even their routine has changed, I believe, because, earlier when, say, whoever the homemaker is, if the spouse is going out for work, for a job, and the children are going out to school, then the homemakers would get some time for themselves. Now that is no longer there, no, because now there is added responsibility of having the spouse at home or the children at home, and they may have, that's why also experienced some change in their routine because of that, in terms of perhaps added responsibilities or even shift in timetables, because according to work, if someone is working at home, then maybe they need food at a different time. You know, someone else needs food at a different time. Someone else's sleep cycle is different. So that can really change the routine of a homemaker as well. Then restricted social contact, again, I think that is something that all of us are experiencing. Of course, because of many reasons, people are not going to workplace. So that face-to-face contact is not there. Even on meetings, the conversations are usually restricted to very focused work. You know, even passive relationships that we form, you know, when we are going to work, maybe if you take a cab, then the realization, I mean, looking at the face of a cab driver, or if you're taking the metro, then just coming across these strangers that we see, you know, during the day, during our travel. I feel even that is an important aspect of our life, because when we even just pass a stranger on the street, it does give us a sense of belongingness. You know, it gives us a context that yes, there are other people, this is my society, I'm a part of this. So even that is lost now, because people are mostly at home. And of course, there are most obvious forms of social contact that is not there anymore, like meeting with friends, family get-togethers. All of that has also changed. Then another source of stress may be coming from the feeling of stagnation, because I think now mostly people are at home. So they tend to be in that same environment, you know, same context, same physical space, and that can sometimes lead to a feeling of being stuck, you know, like nothing is moving. I am not physically moving out from this space. Nothing is moving around me. You know, they're the same people, it's the same house. So that can make some people feel stuck and feel like they're stagnating. Some people really like to travel a lot. It is really important for them, and now that's not possible. So that can be another cause of stress. Then there are more obvious causes of stress, of course, having to face a loss of a loved one in the family, or a friend, or even a distant relatives, or even when you see on the social media a lot, you know, that people are just, you know, every day there is news that someone has passed away. I think that also is becoming a major cause of stress. And of course, if you yourself are suffering with an illness, or you're a caregiver of someone who's suffering from the illness, I think that can all, these are very specific stressors in the current times that can lead to tremendous stress and change people's daily life at a very basic level. Yes.
So, Parul, I think we all can very well relate what all you have discussed, because especially during second wave, most of us have experienced impact of COVID, maybe in immediate family or in first or second circle of friendship or family. So, very truly, I say whatever you shared, we all are experiencing. We all are. Most of us are going through it. So here I would like uh, you to please tell how to deal with it, how to cope up, what measures can be taken.
Yes, sure. So before I speak about various ways in which you can deal with this, everything that I mentioned as stressors, that you get some tips or ideas about how to go about dealing with it, I would like to mention that while I will be sharing some ideas and tips, but it is important to know that there is no general solution for everyone. You know, just like the same key cannot fit all locks. You know, similarly, the same solution cannot be applied to everyone. But at the same time, my attempt and hope is that maybe even with little tips and tricks here and there, some solutions, maybe something will fit somewhere and people will be able to take away something that's useful. But just to keep in mind that every individual deals with things differently. And as much as, you know, there are definitely some strategies that you can use, but you should also keep in mind the individual differences and realize that your way might as well be very different from someone else's way of coping with the situation. So, okay, coming to what all we can do to deal with the current stressful situations, I guess first let's talk about dealing with difficult emotions, because that was the first stressor that we talked about. So all of these feelings, you know, of anxiety, of worry, of anger, of sadness. So I think the very first important step is to firstly identify what you're feeling, because a lot of times, you know, people just tend to say कि जैसे मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, if someone asks, someone can tell something is wrong and the person might say, I don't know, मुझे नहीं पता, मुझे just अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, मुझे बड़ा बेकार सा लग रहा है, या बड़ी घबराहट सी हो रही है. So sometimes we just stop there, we recognize that we're feeling something bad, but we don't go a step further to find out what is it that we are feeling. So when you realize you're feeling a bit down or low, or you're not feeling good, ask yourself, what is it exactly that you're feeling? How can you label that feeling? Is it anxiety? Ghabrahat is another term of what we call anxiety. Becheni, all of this is anxiety. So is that what you're feeling, or what you're feeling? Is it anger, or is it sadness? So very first step is to identify what you're feeling.
I'm having a question here.
Yeah.
Is it right time to interrupt you?
Sure.
Question from our attendees. So there is one person who said that after recovering from COVID, he feels tired, as you said. He feels angry also, and restless as well. So how to deal with it?
I understand. I think so many people can relate to these feelings. I will probably take this up as the first question towards the end when we are doing the question and answers.
Sure.
Then I will address this question. I will take it up as the first one.
Sure.
All right. Yes, someone has mentioned it is a challenge to identify your own feelings. So which is right, it's important that we first take some time and figure out exactly what it is that we're feeling. If we give it some time, it's not so difficult to figure that out. Let's say you have identified that I'm feeling worried, So the next step is you have to ask yourself, or you have to identify what is making you feel that way. All right, you're feeling worried. Now, why are you worried? Has something happened today? Was it an argument that you had with your partner? Is it about someone else who's in the hospital, battling with the illness right now that you're worried about? Or is it something much long standing, like maybe something like, when is this pandemic going to end? Is that the question you have in mind? Is that what is making you worried? So, or maybe you have watched a piece of news and that's making you worried. So all of these things are basically triggers, for our emotions. That we may say that this situation has triggered our feelings. So it is very important to identify the trigger as to why you're feeling what you're feeling. And once you have identified that, I think one important aspect is to then assess. This is one simple rule I will offer to all of you. Once you've identified this is the problem, I have a relative who's in the hospital and who's battling with COVID, and that's why I'm worried. Now, ask yourself, is this something you can control, or is this something beyond your control? This can be a very good point of differentiating and figuring out what you have to do next. Because if it is something that is beyond your control, then simply worrying, for example, then definitely is not going to change that situation. For example, a relative is there who's in the hospital. Now the people who are to take care of that relative are probably already there. And I understand that it's not easy because with COVID, you can't even meet them. Maybe you can't even call and check up on them. But somewhere when we know this is all we can do in the current situation, then we have to practice letting go. Then you have to somewhere place your trust that the doctors there will be taking care of whoever the person is, or things must be getting figured out, or you have no option but to wait and hear from the hospital as to what's going to happen. So when you identify that what is making you feel bad is something that is beyond your control, for example, the resources that may not be available. Now this is not something that aap nahi personally intervene kar sakte ho, probably. I mean, unless if you have that capacity that you can actually help or contribute there, that's a different thing. बट अगर आपको लगता है आपके कैपेसिटीज के बियॉन्ड है, या आपके एक्सेसिबिलिटी के वो चीज बियॉन्ड है, तो यू हैव टू रिकॉग्नाइज दैट दिस इज बियॉन्ड माय कंट्रोल, एंड समवेयर यू हैव टू टेल योरसेल्फ टू देन स्टॉप फीलिंग दैट वे, टू लेट दैट प्रॉब्लम गो. बट इफ इट इज समथिंग यू फील यू कैन कंट्रोल, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपको रेस्टलेसनेस हो रही है या एंजाइटी हो रही है बिकॉज यू हैव सम फ्री स्पेस ऑफ टाइम. लेट्स से यूजुअली आप मान लो आप प्रोफेशनल हो और आप अपने काम पे जाते थे एंड आपके कुछ घंटे तो ट्रैवल में निकल जाते थे, अब वो घंटे फ्री हैं एंड यू डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू, एंड दैट्स जस्ट मेकिंग एंशियस, कि मैं शाम को व्हाट एम आई सपोज्ड टू डू, आई एम जस्ट फ्री, आई एम जस्ट नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग एंड दैट्स मेकिंग मी एंशियस. तो वहां पे I think this is a situation that is in your control. I think आप उसमें कुछ कर सकते हैं. So when you identify this, I think I can control. Then next step is to find out what you can do to control it. You have some free time. You're feeling anxious because you're not doing anything. Then let's figure out what we can do. Let's ask ourselves what we want to do. So this is an example of situations where you have control over things. तो वहां पे जहाँ पे आपका कंट्रोल है वहां पे आप solution focused उसके बाद बिहेवियर में एंगेज करिए, अपने साथ पूछिए कि अगर ये प्रॉब्लम है तो इसके क्या क्या सॉल्यूशंस हो सकते हैं, which is the next thing, becoming solution focused. But okay, before I come to that, there is another important thing that I would like to mention. Usually we tend to believe कि हमें कोई फीलिंग हो रही है, अगर हम सैड फील कर रहे हैं या हमें गुस्सा आ रहा है या हम एंग्शियस हैं तो कोई सिचुएशन होगी या ट्रिगर होगा जो हमें ऐसा फील करा रहा है. एक्चुअली ट्रिगर तो ट्रिगर है, वो आपको खाली ट्रिगर करता है कि आप ऐसा फील करो. ट्रिगर डज नॉट कॉज योर फीलिंग और द सिचुएशन डज नॉट कॉज योर फीलिंग. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये इंसिडेंट अभी हो गया इसीलिए मैं उदास हूं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. इन दोनों चीजों के बीच में एक और चीज है जिसको हम बोलते हैं थॉट्स, और योर पर्सपेक्टिव. सो द वे यू आर लुकिंग एट व्हाट हैज हैपेंड, या कोई सिचुएशन हुई उसके बाद इमीडिएटली अगर आपको कोई थॉट आ रहा है या आप उसको सिचुएशन को किस तरह से ले रहे हो उस पर डिपेंड करता है कि आप क्या फील करोगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यही वाला हम एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं जैसे मैं बता रही थी कि मान लो आपका कोई लव्ड वन है या रिलेटिव है जो हॉस्पिटल में है, ये सिचुएशन हुई है एंड अगर आप ये सोच रहे हैं कि ओ माय गॉड मैं क्या करूं, मैं तो कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ या मैं कुछ नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, क्या मुझे कॉल करना चाहिए, क्या मैं इंटरनेट पे देख लूं कि क्या कर सकते हैं. अगर आप इस तरह से सोच रहे हैं कि अरे मैं तो हेल्प ही नहीं कर पा रहा या तो मैं तो हेल्प ही नहीं कर पा रही तो मेरा तो क्या पर्पस है, मैं तो एकदम यूजलेस हूँ, अगर आप इस तरह से सोच रहे हैं तो शायद आपको बहुत एंजाइटी फील हो रही होगी, आपको बहुत डर लग रहा होगा. बट ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर आप ये सोच रहे हैं कि देखो सिचुएशन तो बेकार है बट आई थिंक मैं जितना कर सकता था या कर सकती थी मैंने कर लिया है, यहाँ पे मेरा स्कोप अभी खत्म हो जाता है. नाउ आई हैव टू मेंटेन माई काम एंड वेट फॉर थिंग्स टू अनफोल्ड. सो मे बी देन आपको फिर भी थोड़ा तो मतलब सैडनेस होगी या आपको एक माइल्ड लेवल ऑफ मे बी वरी भी होगी बट आप उतना एंग्शियस एंड फियरफुल फील नहीं करोगे. So this is how we realize कि it is not the situation but actually how you look at the situation or what you're thinking about the situation that is making you feel what you're feeling. अगर आपके मान लिया आपका कोई स्पाउस है जिसके साथ आपकी लड़ाई हो गई है और उसके बाद ये सोच रहे हो कि यहाँ पे तो लड़ाइयाँ होती रहती हैं, मैं क्या करूँ, तो मेरी बात ही नहीं समझता है, उसको तो कभी भी मेरा कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है. आप इस तरह के थॉट्स अपने माइंड में रख रहे हैं तो आपको शायद एंगर फील होगा. अगर आप ये सोच रहे हैं कि ठीक है रिलेशनशिप्स में फाइट्स हो जाती हैं, अभी कुछ टाइम देते हैं उसके बाद डिस्कस कर लेंगे, तो मे बी यू विल फील ओके. सो दीज आर जस्ट एग्जाम्पल्स टू इलिस्ट्रेट कि आप कैसा फील करना चाहते हो वो एक्चुअली आपके कंट्रोल में है. फॉर्चुनेटली दैट इज वन ऑफ द थिंग्स यू कैन कंट्रोल एंड दिस इज अ वे दैट यू शुड देन कंट्रोल. आप जब एक बार आप जब कुछ फील कर रहे हैं पहले तो आइडेंटिफाई कीजिए आप क्या फील कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद आप आइडेंटिफाई करें कि क्या थॉट है जो आपका क्या थॉट है जो आपको वैसा फील करा रहा है and then you do something about that thought. This is very similar to, we call this monitoring your thoughts and I like to give this example क्योंकि यहाँ पे टीचर्स भी हैं काफी सारी. जस्ट हाउ एक टीचर एक क्लास को मॉनिटर करती है, या जैसे कोई क्लास में हम लोग सब स्कूल तो गए ही हैं, स्कूल में जब हम लोग क्लास में होते थे यूजुअली किसी को मॉनिटर भी बना दिया जाता है एंड उनकी ड्यूटीज होती है एक तरह से सबका बिहेवियर चेक में रखना, क्लास को मॉनिटर करना ताकि क्लास फंक्शनली चले, स्मूथ चले. तो सिमिलरली वी हैव टू बी आवर ओन टीचर्स और मॉनिटर्स एंड वी हैव टू मेक श्योर कि हमारा जो माइंड है उसके जो थॉट प्रोसेसेस हैं वो सिमिलरली स्मूथली चले. जैसे क्लास में होता है, क्लास में कुछ बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं जो थोड़े मिस्चीवस होते हैं, जो थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब करते हैं, थोड़ा सा केओस कॉज करते हैं. कुछ वैसे भी बच्चे होते हैं जिनको टीचर्स यूजुअली आइडेंटिफाई कर लेती हैं. देन कुछ ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं जो बहुत लर्निंग में बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, जिनके बिहेवियर्स बहुत कमेंडेबल होते हैं. यूजुअली टीचर्स उनको भी आइडेंटिफाई कर लेती हैं, उनका एग्जाम्पल यूज करती हैं मोर ऑफन देन नॉट कि देखो आप इनके जैसा बनो, या ये देखो ये कितना अच्छे से इन्होंने होमवर्क किया है, उसको एज एन एग्जाम्पल यूज करती हैं, उनको एनकरेज करती हैं. सिमिलरली इसी तरह मिस्चीवियस बच्चे एंड अच्छे बच्चे की तरह हमारे थॉट्स भी हैं जो मिस्चीवियस होते हैं या बैड होते हैं या नेगेटिव होते हैं. बट जस्ट लाइक कि कोई बच्चा मिस्चीवियस है तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप उसको बिल्कुल बाहर ही निकाल देंगे स्कूल से, नहीं, आप उसको शायद टाइम आउट दे देंगे, क्लास से 5 मिनट के लिए बाहर भेज देंगे, आधे घंटे के लिए बाहर भेज देंगे, बट वो बच्चा तो अभी भी स्कूल में ही रहेगा। सिमिलरली आपके थॉट्स को भी आपको ये नहीं है कि आपको बिल्कुल हटा देना है या अपने माइंड से एकदम बाहर कर देना है, उसके लिए भी एक स्पेस बनाओ। बट सिमिलरली आप टाइम आउट दो अपने आप को कि मुझे ये थॉट फील हो रहा है, इससे प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, मैं थोड़ा सा अभी ब्रेक लेता हूँ एंड आई एम गिविंग टाइम आउट टू दिस थॉट, and then use the example of the good kids or the good thoughts. All of you have even good thoughts in you. It's not कि किसी के थॉट्स सिर्फ नेगेटिव हो सकते हैं, किसी के खाली पॉजिटिव होंगे, आप सबके पास फंक्शनल थॉट्स भी होंगे जो आप बाकी सिचुएशन में यूज करते हो टू फील गुड। उनको आइडेंटिफाई करो एंड reinforce those thoughts so you can manage how functional you are in the moment, or you can manage your emotions just as effectively as how a teacher would manage a class. Then yes, okay, I just saw a question. I will also come back to that later. Sometimes it is not so easy to do as easy it is to say, and I understand that, which is also why this was going to be one of the next points in my presentation, that it is also important that you are patient with yourself, especially अगर आपकी negative thinking एक पैटर्न है जो बहुत टाइम से चलती आ रही है, जिसके पीछे कोई रीजन है कि आप इस तरह से सोचते हैं, तो यू ऑल्सो हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि वो एकदम से चेंज नहीं हो जाएगा। ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने आज सोचा अच्छा मैं इस नेगेटिव थॉट को हटा के पॉजिटिव से रिप्लेस कर देता हूँ और वो मैजिकली ऐसा हो जाएगा। दैट इज नॉट द केस। इट विल टेक अ लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस, इट विल टेक कंसिडरेबल अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम। हो सकता है आपको लिटरली पेन एंड पेपर के साथ बैठना पड़े, आपको अपने आप को कैच करना पड़े, एवरी टाइम। आपको हर बार तो रियलाइज भी नहीं होगा आधे से ज्यादा टाइम कि आपको थॉट्स आ क्या रहे थे। ऑल ऑफ दीज एक्सरसाइजेस आर नॉट सिंपल, दे आर इफेक्टिव, बट दे नीड टाइम। सो आपको थोड़ा सा डेडिकेटेड होना पड़ेगा अपनी तरफ एंड पेशेंस रखनी पड़ेगी, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली। बट लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दिस मोर अ बिट लेटर. Then the next thing that we have to do, especially, okay, one is कि कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आती है, instead of getting caught in the emotions, कि ये हो गया है, अभी क्या करें, अभी क्या करें, instead of getting caught in your fear or getting caught in your anxiety, immediately turn your focus to being solution focused. आप बहुत बार होता है कि प्रॉब्लम इतनी ओवरवेलमिंग होती है, उसके इमोशंस इतने ओवरवेलमिंग होते हैं कि आप उसी में अटक के रह जाते हैं और पूरे दिन आप उस फीलिंग से ही नहीं बाहर आ पाते। तो कहीं ना कहीं द मोमेंट यू कैच योर सेल्फ डूइंग दैट कि ऐसा हो रहा है, सुबह से मैं ऐसा ही फील कर रहा हूँ और मैं इससे बाहर ही नहीं आ पा रहा हूँ, you have to catch yourself and tell yourself that maybe it's time to be solution focused here. ये प्रॉब्लम तो है, लेकिन अब हम इसके बारे में क्या कर सकते हैं, let's find solutions. ये नहीं हो सकता तो और क्या हो सकता है, और क्या अल्टरनेटिव्स हैं। आप एक पूरा लिस्ट बना लीजिए, उसमें जितने पॉसिबल अल्टरनेटिव्स हैं टू योर प्रॉब्लम उसको लिस्ट आउट कीजिए, उसमें से देखिए कि आपका बेस्ट वर्किंग सोल्यूशन क्या है, आप पहले उसको ट्राई करो। वो वर्कआउट नहीं करता है तो आपका नेक्स्ट बेस्ट सोल्यूशन क्या है, उसको ट्राई करो। So the idea is to not get lost in your feelings, but find a more solution-focused approach to your problems. Then, जैसे कि मैं बता रही थी कि काफी लोगों की रूटीन्स चेंज हो गए हैं, पूरी डेली लिविंग का एक स्ट्रक्चर चेंज हो गया है। तो एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज यहाँ पे ये भी है कि वी नीड टू एक्सेप्ट एंड एडजस्ट टू द न्यू नॉर्मल। देखो, हम एज ह्यूमन बीइंग्स मोस्टली हमारी कैपेसिटीज आर क्वाइट इमेंस, बट यूजुअली व्हेन थिंग्स आर फाइन, उन कैपेसिटीज को जरूरत नहीं होती है बाहर आके हमारी हेल्प करने की। जैसे बॉडी की फिजिकली एक इम्यून सिस्टम होता है, बहुत सारी डिजीजेस हैं, बहुत सारे बैक्टीरियाज हैं, वायरसेस हैं, फंगस हैं जो हमारे आसपास नॉर्मली रहती ही हैं, हमेशा ही रहती हैं, बट हमारी बॉडी की खुद का इम्यून सिस्टम है जो उसको फाइट करता रहता है। कभी कभी प्रॉब्लम फिजिकल बहुत बढ़ जाती है एंड वी नीड द हेल्प ऑफ मेडिसिन, तब हम मेडिसिन लेते हैं। बट सिमिलरली जैसे बॉडी का ये एक फिजिकल इम्यून सिस्टम होता है, हमारे माइंड का भी एक नेचुरल इम्यूनिटी है जिसको हम रेजिलियंस बोलते हैं। सो वी ऑलरेडी हैव दिस रेजिलियंस इन अस, वी हैव टू गिव आवरसेल्फ द अपॉर्चुनिटी कि हम उस रेजिलियंस को आइडेंटिफाई करें। पहले तो अपने आप में थोड़ा सा फेथ रखें कि ऐसा नहीं है कि ये सिचुएशन एकदम से आ गई है तो हमसे कुछ नहीं होगा, ऐसा नहीं है। मे बी अभी तक ऐसी सिचुएशन आई नहीं है, आपको जरूरत नहीं पड़ी उसको मैनेज करने की, तो आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि शायद आप नहीं कर पाएंगे, बट ह्यूमन माइंड इज वेरी केपेबल, ह्यूमन माइंड इज एक्चुअली वेरी वेरी केपेबल। आप उसको थोड़ा सा टाइम देंगे, स्पेस देंगे, अपने थॉट्स के साथ थोड़ा टाइम स्पेंड करेंगे, यू विल बी एबल टू डेवलप और गिव योर रेजिलियंस द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू कम आउट एंड हेल्प यू। रेजिलियंस को बढ़ाने के बहुत सारे तरीके हैं। जैसे मैंने कहा, सब लोगों के लिए अलग अलग चीजें वर्क करती हैं। कुछ लोगों को लगता है कि अगर वो कुछ टाइम थोड़ा दिन में मेडिटेशन को दें तो दैट रियली हेल्प्स देम काम देयर माइंड। कुछ लोगों की कुछ हॉबीज होती हैं, उनको लगता है कि अगर वो म्यूजिक सुनते हैं या कोई पर्टिकुलर टाइप की, लेट्स से डांस करते हैं, अगर स्ट्रेस हो तो हम बहुत डांस करते हैं तो हमारा स्ट्रेस रिलीज हो जाता है। बहुत बड़ी चीज नहीं है, रेजिलियंस बहुत बड़ा लगता है, बट उसके जो टूल्स हैं दे आर वेरी स्मॉल एंड कॉमन प्लेस टूल्स जो आपको आइडेंटिफाई करने होंगे। यू आस्क योरसेल्फ कि आप जब खुश होते थे तो कैसे होते थे, आप क्या करते थे? अगर कोई छोटी चीज आपको अपसेट कर देती थी तो व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट वर्कड फॉर यू टू मेक यू हैप्पी और टू गेट आउट ऑफ इट? वाज इट कॉलिंग अप अ फ्रेंड? अगर ऐसा है कि आपको किसी से बात करके अच्छा लगता है तो आप किसी को कॉल कीजिए, आप उनसे बात कीजिए। क्या आपको कुछ मूवी देख के या कुछ लाइट हार्टेड टीवी सीरीज देख के अच्छा लगता है तो आप वो कर सकते हैं। क्या आपको कुछ अच्छा खाने से आपको बेटर फील होता है, आप वो कर सकते हैं। तो इस तरह की बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं। कोई पेंट करना पसंद करता है, समवन लाइक्स टू जस्ट टेक अ वॉक, यू नो, बाहर निकल जाओ, थोड़ी सी वॉक लेके आओ तो मुझे अच्छा लगता है अपना माइंड क्लियर करना। ये सारे टूल्स हैं आपके खुद पर्सनल रेजिलियंस के, जो आपकी रेजिलियंस बिल्डअप करेंगे, विच इज बेसिकली इट विल हेल्प यू गेट थ्रू दिस टाइम। देन हाँ, जैसे कि मैं बता रही थी कि दीज डेज अ लॉट हैज चेंज्ड एंड सबको लगा था 2020 बिगिनिंग में कि जब लॉकडाउन पहली बार लगा कि शायद ये 1 महीने में चला जाएगा, अभी लॉकडाउन लग गया है, या 2 महीने में चला जाएगा, या मे बी कुछ कपल ऑफ मंथ्स में चला जाएगा, एंड थिंग्स जस्ट केप्ट चेंजिंग। तो जब हमें लगता है कि कोई चीज टेम्पररी है तो वी हैव अ टेंडेंसी ऑफ गोइंग इनटू अ स्टैंड बाय मोड। यू नो, हमें लगता है कि ठीक है, अभी हमें टेम्पररीली ऐसा करना है, हम वेट करते हैं, एंड जब चीजें ठीक हो जाएंगी तब हम प्रॉपरली फंक्शन करना स्टार्ट करेंगे। ये एक नॉर्मल टेंडेंसी है, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली द वे द पैंडेमिक हैज इवॉल्व्ड, इट लुक्स लाइक इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू गो एनीवेयर एनी टाइम सून। यू नो, चीजें शायद बहुत अच्छी हो जाएंगी, यस एवरीवन विल गेट वैक्सीनेटेड, वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ होप्स, एंड in the far future things will definitely get better. Nothing is permanent, we also have to realize that. बट एट द सेम टाइम अब वो चीज इतनी लॉन्ग स्टैंडिंग हो गई है कि स्टैंड बाय मोड पे रहने से आप नॉर्मल फंक्शनिंग नहीं कर पाएंगे। सो व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज दैट वी नीड टू नाउ स्लोली स्टार्ट accepting the fact that the pandemic is here, coronavirus is here, it has changed the way it has changed our lives, and we need to start adjusting around it. क्योंकि क्या होता है कि हम, जैसे मैंने रेजिलियंस की बात की, कोई भी एक्सट्रीम क्राइसिस सिचुएशन आती है तो हमारे माइंड एंड बॉडी के पास वो कैपेसिटी है कि वो अपने बिल्कुल हाइटेंड परफॉर्मेंस स्टेट में चली जाएगी, यू नो, टू हेल्प यू सस्टेन, ताकि आप उस क्राइसिस सिचुएशन में कोलैप्स ना करें। बट वो हाइटेंड स्टेट होल्ड करने के लिए फिजिकली आपकी बॉडी, माइंड वाइज आपकी बॉडी बहुत ज्यादा रिसोर्सेज कंज्यूम करती है, एंड वो स्टेट एक्चुअली लॉन्ग टर्म जो है वो सस्टेन नहीं हो सकता। वो स्टेट ऐसा है, आप जैसे इफ यू लूज अ लव्ड वन फॉर एग्जांपल, या इस तरह का कोई ट्रॉमा आ गया है, कोई क्राइसिस आ गया है, तो आपके माइंड के पास, बॉडी के पास वो एबिलिटीज है कि वो कुछ दिनों तक अपने बिल्कुल हाईएस्ट लेवल पे फंक्शन करके आपको होल्ड कर लेगी, लेकिन आप उसको कुछ महीने, 1 साल, 2 साल तक स्ट्रेच नहीं कर सकते हैं। अगर आप उसको उतना स्ट्रेच करेंगे तो आपको बर्नआउट हो जाएगा। So this is why we need to realize कि now it is time that we need to start accepting how the reality is, and थोड़ा थोड़ा करके अपनी लाइफ में कुछ normalcy लाएं। I would just request everyone to put their this thing on mute. Okay. So yes, so we need not any longer be on a standby mode कि ठीक है, जब चीजें ठीक होंगी तभी मिल लेंगे रिश्तेदारों से, यू नो, या जब चीजें ठीक होंगी तभी हम दोस्त से एक बार मिलके ही बात करेंगे अच्छे से, तब तक रहने दो, तब तक छोड़ो। तो उसमें what we need to do is, what we need to understand is कि we don't know when that time is going to come, so we need to start changing how our daily life looks like. Maybe now there will be more phone calls than there will be actual physical meetings. Maybe now is the time that you get yourself familiarized with the online world, with videos, and, you know, maybe the conversations can happen there instead of hoping कि you will be able to physically meet soon. तो इस तरह की कुछ कुछ चीजें हैं जो आपको अपनी डेली लिविंग में इनकॉर्पोरेट करनी पड़ेंगी, एंड अपने आप से एट द सेम टाइम यू नीड टू शिफ्ट एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम योर ओन सेल्फ ऑल्सो, बिकॉज हमारा फंक्शन करने का पहले एक तरीका था, हम दिन में मे बी 10 चीजें अकम्प्लिश कर लेते थे, बट गिवन द स्ट्रेस ऑफ द करंट टाइम्स मे बी हम शायद 2 ही कर पा रहे हैं। सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हमें अपनी एक्सपेक्टेशन अपने आप से भी शिफ्ट करनी है। when nothing around us is normal, we can't expect ourselves to be behaving exactly the way we were behaving when things were normal. Obviously हमारे behavior में भी changes आएंगे, हमारी कैपेसिटी में भी चेंजेस आएंगे, तो आपको उनको अकॉर्डिंगली अपने आप से भी एक्सपेक्टेशन थोड़ी सी रीअसेस करनी है. And be hopeful for the fact that nothing is permanent. No negative emotion is permanent. Anger is not a permanent state. आपको कितना ही गुस्सा आए, आप एक टाइम के बाद नॉर्मल हो जाएंगे. आपको कितनी भी प्रॉब्लमेटिक सिचुएशन अभी है वो भी कभी खत्म होगी. आई थिंक आप अपने पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस में जाके देखें तो यू विल रियलाइज दैट इज ऑलवेज द केस. Everything ends, even good things, they end. If you're too happy, if you're too excited, you're not always going to be too happy or too excited. So to draw strength from this, to be aware of this fact that nothing is permanent and life will change. Now a little bit, let's talk about importance of schedule and structure. See, पहले तो बहुत convenient था because people were going to work, people were going to school, housewives are also working at home in a particular way. वो structure पूरा set हो गया था. अभी वो structure पूरी तरह से change हो गया है because everyone is working from home, kids are taking classes at home. So sometimes what happens now, we as human beings are not very comfortable with being in a fluid state. फ्लूइड स्टेट मतलब जिसमें कोई स्ट्रक्चर नहीं है, आपका डेली रूटीन बस चल रहा है तो चल रहा है, उसमें we as people tend to lose ourselves, so it is important to bring back some structure in our daily lives. वो स्ट्रक्चर पहले जैसा नहीं लगेगा मे बी, लेकिन आप अपने लिए एक नया स्ट्रक्चर बना सकते हैं. इवन अगर आप घर से काम कर रहे हो, एंड दिस इज अ मेजर प्रॉब्लम विद वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स दीज डेज, कि पूरा वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस ही जो है खराब हो गया है. सो अगर आपको रियलाइज करना पड़ेगा कि जब आप पहले काम पे जाते थे, योर वर्क स्टार्टेड एट 9, सो इट प्रोबेबली ऑलवेज स्टार्टेड एट 9. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कभी 7 बजे पहुंच गए हैं या आप कभी 1 बजे पहुंच रहे हैं. एंड इफ इट एंडेड एट 5 और इफ इट एंडेड एट 8, देन मे बी आधा घंटा ऊपर नीचे वहां एंड हो जाता था. उसके बाद आप अपनी वर्क लाइफ को छोड़ के अपने पर्सनल लाइफ में आ जाते थे. नाउ दैट हैज चेंज्ड. सो बट दैट डजंट हैव टू मीन कि देन यू विल लूज द स्ट्रक्चर कंप्लीटली. आप अपने लिए घर पे एक सिमिलर स्ट्रक्चर बना सकते हैं, because काफी working professionals जो घर से काम कर रहे हैं उनके साथ we have seen that they have completely lost a sense of structure. वो उठ रहे हैं तो already meeting calls, meeting messages phone पे हैं. वो सो रहे हैं तो the last thing they have done is something related to work. खाना बीच में जब टाइम मिल जाएगा, जब मीटिंग्स कम है तब खा लेंगे. एंड बाकी चीजें तो पता नहीं, lot of people are not able to make time for it only. बाकी लोग सोना भी accordingly decide हो रहा है based on work. So that is again not something that is sustainable. I think you have to be now strict with yourself and develop a structure for yourself. आप घर पे हैं इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वर्क लाइफ और घर की लाइफ पूरी मिक्सअप हो जाएगी. आप सेपरेट रखो, अपने लिए डिसाइड कर लो that you will work only between these many hours. And उसके बाद if you have that kind of space in your house, maybe your workstation can be a different room completely. If you don't have that space in the house, at least my advice is not to keep the workstation in your bedroom. उससे क्या है कि स्लीपिंग और वर्क में बहुत डिस्टर्बेंस हो जाती है. दैट इज नॉट गुड फॉर द माइंड. तो अगर हो सकता है आप फिजिकली उसको अलग रखिए. फिजिकली अलग नहीं रख सकते हैं तो आप ऑब्जेक्ट्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, आप जो लैपटॉप वर्क के लिए यूज करते हैं आप उसको और किसी चीज के लिए यूज मत करें जब वंस यूर ऑफ वर्क. इफ पॉसिबल यू कैन कीप अ सेपरेट फोन फॉर वर्क, कि आप अपना फोन जो है वर्क के लिए खाली इतने से इतने आवर्स के बीच में चेक करेंगे. बाकी लोगों की भी एक्सपेक्टेशंस अकॉर्डिंगली इवेंचुअली सेट हो जाती हैं. So I think there is a lot. Yeah.
I think looking at the time,
yeah,
we
I
need
just
to
realized.
take up some questions. There are very
yes.
important and interesting one. Rather, I should important.
Sure.
Itself.
I just want to. Or maybe it will come up in the questions. Okay, let's.
Yes, it will be covered.
There are a couple of good questions. Like our audiences have already written in the chat box.
Okay, let me just go through them.
And your points will be very well covered there also. What you?
I think so.
Feeling.
I think it's possible. So which was the first question that had come that I said?
First one is
someone had recovered from COVID, no?
And feeling anger, tired.
Yes. Okay.
Restless.
Aruna
this is the first one.
Yes, Aruna has written this question that after I recovered from COVID, I get tired easily and I feel very angry. I also keep feeling restless. So like I mentioned somewhere, first thing is to set the expectation right. Dekho, you have recently, I don't know how recently you have suffered from this illness, but हमें भी इस illness के बारे में धीरे धीरे करके नई नई चीजें पता चल रही हैं. Initially we thought कि COVID is something जो आपको हो गया है, maybe एक हफ्ते में as any other viral infection you will be fine, and after that you can go on to your normal life perfectly जैसे आप पहले थे. But now we know much more about it, and we know that COVID can actually have you can have post-COVID symptoms, you know, that can last for a very long time. So you need to understand कि जो भी अभी side effects, I'm safely assuming कि आपको जो tiredness feel हो रही है, it might as well be a side effect of COVID, which may last for a longer time than you expected. And I know it's not easy to accept something that is, you know, not normal, or it is very irregular kind of a thing कि usually ऐसी कोई illness होती नहीं है जो इतना लंबा last करे. But see, this is how it is. This is what COVID does to our body. It will make you tired. You will not be able to function how you were functioning earlier, maybe for quite some time. Researches अभी भी चल रही हैं, अभी भी लोगों के साथ personally बहुत different है. कुछ लोग 1 महीने में ठीक हो जाते हैं, कुछ लोगों को बहुत महीने लग रहे हैं, कुछ लोग ऑक्सीजन से ही बाहर आने में कुछ लोगों को 1 month लग जा रहा है, जहां तक मेरी पर्सनल नॉलेज में I know. So you need to be, firstly you need to have you know, some respect and compassion towards your own self. आपको अपने साथ थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रखना पड़ेगा. You have to realize that you have gone through something that is very difficult and that it will take time. So my suggestion to you is be patient, you know, let things evolve slowly. आप जितना कर पा रहे हैं, अगर आप टायर्ड जल्दी हो जाते हैं तो आप जितना कर पा रहे हैं आप उतना ही करिए. That's all right. I think that is the demand of the moment. रेस्टलेसनेस भी आई थिंक आपको उसीलिए शायद फील हो रहा होगा बिकॉज आप चीजें वैसे नहीं कर पा रहे जैसे पहले कर पा रहे थे, तो दैट कैन मेक वन वेरी रेस्टलेस. सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज टू एक्सेप्ट दैट थिंग्स आर प्रोबेबली गोइंग टू बी वेरी डिफरेंट विद योर बॉडी एंड योर एनर्जी लेवल्स फॉर सम टाइम. तो आप अपने लिए दिन में गोल्स भी उसी तरह से थोड़ा सा रीसेट करें, अपने आप से एक्सपेक्टेशन रीसेट करें एंड बी पेशेंट एंड काइंड विद योर ओन सेल्फ. आई थिंक दैट्स माय एडवाइस. Next question. Let's see.
Should I read it for you?
Sure.
I guess,
can we take this the one with the child?
Can read and you know, look from a question and see answers rather than she herself browsing.
Yes. So one question is that I feel my stomach gets upset when I'm stressed or think too much. I'm unable to sleep when I have too much thoughts. So suggestion to control that.
Okay, yes. So like we said, I think this is how stress is affecting your body physically. Stomach upset तो बहुत common symptom है anxiety का and stress का. So I think first is to identify that what are you feeling, you know, what is making you stressed. Like I said, I think my hunch is it could be a lot of anxiety and worry that is causing this stomach upset. And हो सकता है, I don't know, I don't want to assume, but maybe there are ruminations or thoughts जो पूरे दिन चलते ही रहते हैं जिसकी वजह से आपको sleep नहीं आ रही है. So sleep के लिए there is actually a sleep hygiene that we recommend to people to make sure that the sleep remains fine, especially in times like these. कुछ उसमें से चीजें मैंने बताई भी हैं. First thing is, if possible, if your house is such and you have enough rooms, if possible, आप अपने रूम में जिसमें आप सोते हैं आप उसमें तभी जाइए जब आपको सोना है. उस रूम को आप और किसी चीज के लिए यूज मत कीजिए. If that is not possible, if enough rooms are not there, then don't use your bed for any other activity. Usually, you know, we tend to eat on our bed, we tend to watch things on our bed, we tend to just laze around on the bed. Don't do that. Use your bed just for sleeping. Other things, अगर आपको same room में भी रहना है तो आप उसके लिए एक separately chair रख लीजिए, you know, maybe for other activities. अगर वो भी possible नहीं है, then maybe use one side of the bed. If it's a double bed, maybe you can use one side of the bed just for sleeping. उसको सिर्फ सोने के लिए यूज करो. If you have to do like absolutely other things on the bed, use the other side. That is one. Second is, so setting up a schedule is very, very important. If sleep is getting disturbed, make sure that you're going to sleep at a particular time, set time, and you're waking up at a set time. ये चीज अपने लिए आप hours देख लीजिए, वो person to person vary करता है. Some people are okay sleeping 6 hours, some people need 8 hours, some people need a little longer. आप उस हिसाब से you set your hours, but make sure you're sleeping at the same time and waking up at the same time. Then the next thing you need to do is bring in some physical activity in your day. You have to get a little bit tired, you know, to be able to get a good sleep. जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको एकदम सोने से ही पहले करना है, आप दिन में कभी भी कर सकते हैं some form of exercise. If you're not being able to go out, there are many videos these days online that you can watch and exercise, or you can simply dance. There are many things that you can do. So make sure you incorporate some exercise. Then आप सोने से एटलीस्ट 2 से 3 घंटा पहले कोई भी कैफिनेटेड चीज मत लीजिए. टी, कॉफी, कोलाज, कीप देम आउट. मेक श्योर एटलीस्ट 3 घंटे पहले आप अपनी मील खत्म कर लें सोने से पहले. These are the things that we suggest to maintain a good sleep hygiene. और जो थॉट्स हैं जो आपने बताया है कि आपको रात में ही डिस्टर्ब करते हैं, that is probably the case because आप दिन में या तो उनको इनफ टाइम नहीं दे रहे हैं, you're letting them just linger पूरे दिन में, हर एक्टिविटीज में वो आ रहे हैं. Maybe you are running away from your thoughts, that's why they are disturbing you when you're trying to sleep, because उस टाइम पे आपका माइंड फ्री होता है, you don't have to do anything else, so the thoughts will come and take over. Take some time out during the day for these thoughts. Try to understand them, write them down. If possible, जैसे मैंने बताया, थोड़ी problem solving करने की कोशिश करो. And if you feel this is not something you can manage by yourself, then there is always the option of seeking help. So seek help from a professional. If this is something more severe and long-standing, then maybe they can help you design some specific things for you that will help. Okay.
Then there is a question. I find controlling the thoughts very difficult task. Can you please suggest the ways to manage the thoughts? I mean, how to stop negative thoughts?
Okay.
You know, some people tend to think negative कि बच्चा बाहर गया है तो अच्छा ख्याल नहीं आएगा, वो टाइम से नहीं पहुंचे तो लेट हो गए, तो we rarely think good thing, हम बुरा ही सोचते हैं.
Yes, that tends to happen. Actually, ये काफी important question है, because जैसे कि मैंने बताया, आप क्या सोच रहे हैं वही dictate करेगा आपका mood state क्या होने वाला है पूरे दिन, आपको कैसा feel होगा. So now that I have at least pointed this out कि आपके thoughts बहुत important हैं, how to change them again, it will take some practice. What you can do as a starter is probably आप अपने लिए एक thought diary बनाइए. ठीक है, जब भी आपको दिन में अजीब फील होता है, वरी होती है, टेंशन होती है, कैच योरसेल्फ इन द मोमेंट, आस्क योरसेल्फ व्हाट आर यू थिंकिंग राइट नाउ, जस्ट राइट दैट डाउन. उस थॉट डायरी में आप उस थॉट को लिखिए, आगे उसके लिखिए आपको क्या इमोशन फील हुआ, एंड मे बी यू कैन इवन रेट द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द इमोशन, बिकॉज समटाइम्स द आइडिया इज नॉट टू जस्ट फील हैप्पी इंस्टेड ऑफ वरीड. The idea is also to feel a bit less worried than extremely worried. Sometimes that will also help. तो ये 3 चीजों को आप रिकॉर्ड करना स्टार्ट करो पहले तो. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज दिस विल ब्रिंग इन सम प्रैक्टिस ऑफ कैचिंग योर थॉट्स, बिकॉज दैट इज ऑल्सो डिफिकल्ट. इतना आसान नहीं है, हमें सिर्फ फीलिंग याद रहती है, हमें थॉट्स याद नहीं रहते हैं. सो आप रिकॉर्ड करना स्टार्ट करो, एंड वंस यू हैव गैदर्ड अ कपल ऑफ थॉट्स, आपको अपने पैटर्न्स दिखने लगेंगे. आप हो सकता है एक ही पर्टिकुलर टाइप की नेगेटिव थिंकिंग ज्यादा रखते हैं, मे बी आप हमेशा कैटास्ट्रोफिक थिंकिंग ज्यादा रखते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कोई भी छोटी चीज होगी, आप शायद सोचेंगे ओ गॉड ये तो बिल्कुल कुछ एकदम खत्म, एकदम बहुत बड़ा कुछ हो जाएगा, अगर बच्चा बाहर गया है तो उसको डेफिनेटली कोविड ही हो जाएगा. यू नो, लाइक 1 सेकंड के लिए अगर किसी ने कुछ छू लिया तो इसको तो कोविड हो जाएगा, पता नहीं लाइफ भी बचेगी कि नहीं बचेगी. दिस इज कॉल्ड कैटास्ट्रोफिक थिंकिंग. यू नो, जब आप बिल्कुल एकदम एग्जैजरेटेड वे में आपकी थिंकिंग चलने लगती है. मे बी दिस इज योर पैटर्न. अनदर पैटर्न कुड बी पर्सनलाइजेशन. शायद आप सब कुछ पर्सनलाइज कर देते हैं. यू नो, बच्चा बाहर चला गया हो, मैंने ही कुछ गलत किया होगा, मैंने उसको ठीक से देखा नहीं, मैंने उसको संभाला नहीं, ये मेरी गलती है. यू नो, आप बिल्कुल अपने पर्सनली उसको ले लेंगे कि किसी और का मूड ठीक नहीं है घर में, तो आपको लगेगा मैंने कुछ किया क्या, मैंने कुछ बोला क्या. दिस इज अ टेंडेंसी टू पर्सनलाइज. तो इस तरह से आपके पैटर्न्स हैं, आप उनको फिर आइडेंटिफाई कीजिए धीरे धीरे, एंड देन ट्राई टू स्टार्ट चैलेंजिंग देम. अपने आप से पूछो, इस थॉट को नहीं तो इसकी जगह मैं क्या सोच सकता हूँ या सोच सकती हूँ इस सिचुएशन में, which is even somewhat better, and then try to practice that and see how it impacts your emotion. This is a long exercise actually. I'm trying to put it in a very short way, but आप identify करना भी start करो. I think that will help.
So one last question I think, may I take, though your time.
I think एक child वाला भी question है, उसको भी I think address करते हैं, because हमने children के बारे में बिल्कुल बात नहीं की है. This children in the age group of 5 to 10. Can you see that question?
Yes.
Okay, so another question is that Children in the age group of 5 to 10 or even a little older have been confined to online learning since 1.5 years. My daughter, who is 8 years, is slowly losing her confidence of class participation, feeling of friendship and camaraderie. Her best friend today is her tab. Seems scary. If this continues for a long time, how do we as parents deal with this? I think this is a very important question because adults के पास तो बहुत सारे resources होते हैं. We can, control ourselves. We can control our mind and feelings. But children are not like that. Children का basic nature ही होता है to exist out of structure. I don't think कि आप उनको बहुत ज़्यादा जो है behavior उनका एकदम बहुत ज़्यादा control कर सकते हैं. So these times have particularly hit children very hard. So depending on the age group that you've said, okay. So first is कि I think 8 है तो online classes में I can understand for children who are very, very young, it could be very difficult to even hold that attention or relate to what is happening in the class. So there as parents, I think we need to take responsibility. I think कहीं ना कहीं जो classroom में teacher का role होता है, थोड़ा सा वो हमको भी करना पड़ेगा. When the classes are happening as parents, you be with the student. If some activity is happening in the class, make sure you're able to replicate that, with your child. कि आप उसको एक थोड़ा रियल लाइफ का उसमें एक टच आएगा, आप उससे वो करवाएं. तो you will have to be engaged with your child during the class. As far as best friend and not having contact is concerned, see, definitely because they're not going to school, so friends के साथ daily contact नहीं है, but this is an opportunity for you to create some one-on-one time with your kids. You have to as parents, actually इसमें ज़्यादा काम parents का ही है, kids तो अपने आप को manage नहीं कर पाते हैं. So you have to make sure you take out some time during the day, जब आपके पास भी time हो, which you dedicate to the child. आप उसको बेशक set कर लो कि 5 o'clock मुझे ये time देना है. That way even the child has something to look forward to. आप वो dedicated time दो. Make sure उसमें you talk with your child. If your child is much younger and thoughts उतने develop नहीं है, you engage in activities, creative activities like drawing things together. Or या जैसे बच्चों की think back to your time, when you were children, because that is the best time. उस time पे internet and gadgets नहीं होते थे. So think of the things that you used to play as a child. Think of the games that you used to play as siblings at home. You'd be surprised to know कि बच्चों को काफी बच्चे उनको लगता है कि लूडो एक ऑनलाइन गेम है. They don't even know that it's a board game. So order those games at home and play it with them. Now you will have to somewhere take up that role of the other person, because children need a lot of stimulation. You can't expect them to behave like adults. That is a mistake. आप उनसे नहीं expect कर सकते कि वो पूरे दिन शांत रहेंगे, घर पे रहेंगे, शोर नहीं मचाएंगे, misbehave नहीं करेंगे. They are going to do all of that because that is what being a child means. So here it is your responsibility then to give them something which keeps them stimulated. उनको physical activity, उनके अंदर kids के अंदर physical energy इतनी ज्यादा होती है that if they are not tiring themselves in the day, they will probably not even get sleep. So maybe अगर आपके घर में stairs हैं, आप उनको use करो, make a game with them where they have to run a lot on the stairs, या कोई आप उनके साथ dance में किसी इस तरह की चीज में engage हुई है जहाँ पे physical activity बहुत हो रही है. Get some board games at home, engage with your kids. So this is the time to develop a strong relationship with your kids. I think अभी के लिए तो that is what you will have to do. Kids के साथ maybe you can, because बच्चों की पढ़ाई ही ऑनलाइन हो रही है, तो उसके बियॉन्ड हम उनको कुछ भी ऑनलाइन दें, वो encourage नहीं करना चाहिए. Because already 5-6 hours I think they're spending online. But if it is absolutely necessary, maybe half an hour, अगर child old enough है, half an hour, 45 minutes, आप friends के साथ उनको group calls करा सकते हैं. और maybe they can, अगर आपके घर आसपास है, maybe they can just be in their gardens or on the terrace, where they can maybe play games like flying a kite, जो distance के साथ भी किया जा सकता है. You have to get innovative here. Online actually बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी जो आपको help मिलेगी that you can engage your children with.
Okay, Parul, we have London से हमारे दोस्त हैं. She has raised her hand to ask a question.
Yes.
Queen of London, please ask your question. Unmute yourself.
Yes, hello. Hi, although she has addressed everything, and thank you so much for such an amazing presentation, Parulji. I just wanted to ask how our resilience develops and share some well-being tips while we are staying at home in this pandemic.
Okay. Before Parul answer, do you need that actually?
She has a tendency of always remaining happy and cheerful. No? Okay. But still, okay, there might be some other people who might benefit from that question, if not exactly her. तो जैसे कि मैंने बताया, resilience को develop करने के हर individual के पास अलग-अलग tools होंगे. You have to ask yourself, थोड़ा सा discover करना start करो. What are the things that make you feel good? You know, जैसे कि मैंने बताया, for some people it might be maybe meditating. For some people it might be आजकल as therapists we do something like mindfulness, जो हम usually clients के साथ session में कराते हैं, but thanks to the virtual world बहुत सारी जैसे योगा की या meditation की clips होती हैं, ऐसी mindfulness की भी clips होती हैं online. You can search and they are very well self guided. आप उसको play करके you can learn how to let go of your negative thoughts. That is another thing, the way you can let go of your negative thoughts. Engage in some healthy behaviors. Make sure कि आप दिन में at least एक ऐसी चीज रख रहे हैं which is, you know, a healthy addiction, like exercise हो गया, या spending at least 20 minutes or 1 hour doing some hobby that you like, वो हो गया. Main तो ये है कि resilience actually develop करने का कोई short term तरीका नहीं है. Once you get yourself into a problem situation and you discover the solutions to that problem in that situation, that is how you develop resilience. Just like physically body immunity develop करती है, आपको अगर अंदर बॉडी के कोई बैक्टीरिया आएगा नहीं तो इम्यूनिटी डेवलप होगी नहीं. सो सिमिलरली माइंड के लिए अगर कोई चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशन नहीं आएगी तो रेजिलियंस को भी डेवलप करना थोड़ा मुश्किल है. सो डोंट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशंस, डोंट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स, टेक देम एज अपॉर्चुनिटी, गेट इनटू इट, हैव फेथ दैट यू विल फिगर आउट समथिंग. आप छोटी छोटी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करेंगे, छोटी छोटी चैलेंजेस फेस करेंगे, उससे भी आपकी रेजिलियंस जो है वो डेवलप होगी.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So any other questions or should we close it here now?
No,
I have a question. Parul, if
Okay.
you have time, can I ask?
Okay.
Okay. So many things you told. Actually, one thing I like particularly, the individual freedom you told, and the perspectives, you know. Like, if perspective is like, it is like you have some life goal and some kinds of direction also. That helps people to navigate in the life. But at the children's stage, childhood, adolescent, you actually imitate others, whatever society, culture and all, it shapes your mind. But if that society and culture will make you in the competitive area, okay, then you will be very, you know, entire life will be acquiring those things. I want to be a doctor, I want to be engineer, I want to be something. And that is what actually creating problem in India especially. We are one of the most highest, you know, stressful society today in the globally, if we see.
Yes.
But if we go to Bhutan and some Norway and other, I'm just talking the, you know, broadly, whatever the, more broad aspect, because, you know, this is two-way. Individual makes society, society also makes individual. So somewhere we failed to address the, you know, broader issues, like how to build a society. And in that individual will come. When we go to Bhutan, you don't have police, you know. Means last few years they have recruited police, but the crime is so less. They don't need police. And their greetings is laughing. Okay. So these are culturally embedded. Now we call, you know, we need specialists like you to cure our society. They don't need that. They don't need a Parul Singh to cure their society. There, everybody is therapist. Every profession, every activities, they you know, they're so much naturally living. So how to go to that? If you go to school, the teacher will beat you, discipline you, make you to write, you know, pass exam, competitiveness. You told other thing also, which I also agree and disagree also. You told socialization. Socialization, if you, today you see, everybody will talk about themselves. You know, I am something, I am something. It will bring stress actually. And you actually escape that and go to rather travel and feel that I should be with somebody else, not with my professional group of friends. So either society or parents and every space we are getting stress, because everybody is emphasizing the competitiveness. You have to succeed. So that is how to bring there something, some change. That is my question.
Okay, I think you have addressed a very important problem here. And आपने थोड़ा culture level पे, country level पे बात की है, तो maybe that is where I'll start also. Actually, हमारे country में जो हमारा culture है, which we call a collectivistic culture, because we have big families and we learn to depend on each other, and we जब भी कोई problem आती है, the first place our mind goes is कि हम सामने वाले से कैसे help ले लें, या सामने वाला हमारा help कर लेगा, and we are more so being able to rely on others, having a broader social support, the dependability on each other, that is how we understand a collectivistic culture. And as much as it is the strength of our culture, ये strength भी है, because इससे loneliness and इस तरह की problems जो होती हैं वो थोड़ी सी कम रहती हैं as compared to individualistic cultures. But इसका एक downside भी है, हर चीज का upside and downside होता है, because हमारे culture में depending on each other is taken for granted. A lot of time people don't focus on individual development. Parents को लगता है कि वो parents हैं तो वो as if हमेशा अपनी बच्चों की लाइफ में रहेंगे, तो बच्चों को खुद के लिए सोचने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, let's think for them. कि हम तो है ना, इनको अपने लिए क्या सोचने के लिए जरूरत है. We will tell them what is the right thing to do, or we will tell them what is the wrong thing to do. But ऐसा नहीं है. What you're missing out is the individual. ना आप अपने बच्चे को एज एन इंडिविजुअल नहीं डेवलप होने दे रहे हो. समटाइम्स दिस कम्स फ्रॉम अ प्लेस ऑफ इनसिक्योरिटी ऑल्सो. शायद आपके खुद के फियर्स हैं, आपके खुद के एंजाइटीज हैं, इसीलिए आप उनको एज एन इंडिविजुअल डेवलप नहीं करने देना चाहते. तो जस्ट एज आपके जैसे जीन्स के बारे में सबको पता होगा, फिजिकली हम बच्चे हमारे जैसे क्यों दिखते हैं, हमारे जैसे हाइट होती है, वो सब होता है बिकॉज जीन्स कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन कैरी करती है जनरेशन टू जनरेशन. इसी तरह आपके जो मेंटल पैटर्न्स होते हैं, बिहेवियरल पैटर्न्स होते हैं, ये भी इंटरेस्टिंगली कैरी फॉरवर्ड हो जाते हैं इंटरजेनरेशनली. वो कैरी फॉरवर्ड कैसे होते हैं? राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग, आपका फर्स्ट इंटरेक्शन विद योर चाइल्ड, जैसे कि आपने कहा, घर में जो एनवायरनमेंट है जो चाइल्ड इमिटेट करता है, बिकॉज दैट इज द प्लेस वेयर द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स लर्निंग एनीथिंग. अपना सेंस ऑफ सेल्फ भी डेवलप उसी के थ्रू होता है. तो सिमिलरली, तो वेयर द प्रॉब्लम इज स्टेमिंग फ्रॉम, आई वुड से, इज अ लैक ऑफ सेल्फ केयर. एज पेरेंट्स अगर हम लोग अपनी केयर नहीं कर रहे हैं, विच मीन्स इफ वी आर नॉट माइंडफुल इनफ कि हमारे नीड्स क्या हैं, हमारे इनसिक्योरिटीज क्या हैं, हमारे प्रॉब्लमेटिक बिहेवियर्स क्या हैं, एंड अगर वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं ले रहे हैं दैट मे बी वी नीड टू एड्रेस देम एंड वर्क ऑन देम, तो हम क्या करेंगे? बहुत अनकॉन्शियसली वी विल काइंड ऑफ पुट ऑल ऑफ दोज ऑन आवर चिल्ड्रन. एंड आप देखेंगे कि एंग्शियस पेरेंट्स हैं तो बच्चा भी एंग्शियस है, इनसिक्योर पेरेंट्स हैं तो बच्चे भी थोड़े इनसिक्योर हैं. दो बाय नेचर एवरी इंडिविजुअल इज डिफरेंट व्हेन अ चाइल्ड कम्स इन द वर्ल्ड. इसलिए हम चाइल्ड को इम्प्रेशनेबल कहते हैं. चिल्ड्रन आर एक्चुअली, दे हैव एक्सीलेंट कोपिंग मैकेनिज्म्स. इसीलिए हमें लगता है कि हमने उनको पीट भी दिया तो थोड़ी देर में रोके चुप हो जाते हैं, फिर खुश हो जाते हैं. तो वी फील कि इसमें कुछ गलत नहीं है, ठीक है, 2-4 चांटे लगा दो, इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. That is only happening because kids have an immense level of coping mechanism only until they are kids. But at the same time, they are very impressionable. तो आपके जो भी behaviors हैं, interactions हैं उनके साथ, you will not realize it, but they will carry it with them for life. जब वो children नहीं रह के adults बनेंगे और जब उनके coping mechanisms उतने strong नहीं होंगे, तो वो सारी चीजें उनको later life में problem देंगी. आपको वही same behavioral patterns, तभी लोग कहते हैं I feel I'm becoming my mom, और I feel I'm becoming like my father. वो चीजें वो तब realize होती हैं. So as parents we need to be very mindful. First is self care. As parents अगर हम अपनी care करें, अपने ऊपर थोड़ा ध्यान दें, अपने problematic behaviors को, अपनी needs को identify करें and responsibility लें कि ये हमें खुद fulfill करनी है अपने आप के लिए, तो आप automatically अपने children के ऊपर वो सारी चीजें project नहीं करेंगे. Child को space मिलेगी अपना as an individual grow करने की, अपनी चीजें express करने की. So I think that is a place where we can start and stop this intergenerational patterns of giving maladaptive behaviors. तो ये एक चीज है. एंड स्पेशली ऑन द फ्रंट ऑफ कि एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, हमारे कल्चर में थोड़ा सा इन चीजों को ज्यादा वो नहीं लिया जाता है. स्कूल में भी देयर इज अ प्रैक्टिस कि बच्चे मिसबिहेव कर रहे हैं तो आप मार दो, थोड़ा स्केल से मारा जाता है हाथ पे. घर पे भी है, तेज गुस्सा आया तो एक चांटा लगा दो, कोई बात नहीं, थोड़ा बचपन में 2-4 चांटे नहीं खाए तो बच्चा अच्छा नहीं निकलेगा. बट साइंटिफिक एविडेंसेस हैं बेस्ड ऑन साइंटिफिक एविडेंसेस, साइंटिफिक रिसर्चेस जो बहुत पुराने टाइम से चली आ रही हैं, वो आज ये फुल्ली एस्टैब्लिश करती हैं दैट पनिशमेंट्स डू नॉट लीड टू चेंज इन बिहेवियर. पनिशमेंट्स एक्चुअली सबसे कम इफेक्टिव हैं. तो नॉट दैट बिहेवियर को आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते, बिहेवियर को चेंज करने के दूसरे तरीके हैं, बट सबसे कम इफेक्टिव इज पनिशमेंट. सो मोर इफेक्टिव वेज आर रीइंफोर्सिंग गुड बिहेवियर्स. हम वो तो एकदम भूल ही जाते हैं. जब आपका बच्चा गलत काम ना करके दिन में अगर 5 गलत काम करके एक भी सही करता है, आप उस एक सही काम को रीइंफोर्स करो. रीइंफोर्समेंट वर्क्स मच बेटर देन पनिशमेंट. अगर आपको कुछ डिस्करेज भी करना है तो taking away something that the child values is better than giving something that is painful. For example, बच्चा मिसबिहेव कर रहा है तो आप उसको एक चांटा जो कि पेनफुल है और उससे वो एक्चुअली कुछ नहीं सीखेगा, वो देने से अच्छा अगर उसको फोन बहुत अच्छा लगता है तो आप 1 घंटे के लिए उसका फोन ले लीजिए. ठीक है. सो वी कॉल दिस नेगेटिव रीइंफोर्समेंट. साइंस ये प्रूव करती है कि नेगेटिव रीइंफोर्समेंट and reinforcing positive behaviors work much better in changing behavior than punishments that are painful. So I think as parents we need to keep this in our mind. Yeah.
Parul, I mean, corroborating what Dr. Sahu said, and you have addressed it. I'm just getting a complementing question to this. In fact, I was discussing with one of my good friend who is also a psychologist like you, a wellness expert. Like according to him, perhaps this COVID time is a big lesson for us in reinforcing this very fact that this invasive treatments have largely failed, but this therapeutic treatment or the naturopathy has succeeded. Now coming back to the very precisely, according to him, the best treatment for COVID has been oxygen therapy, immunotherapy, and this hormonal therapy. That has really worked fantastically well. So if that is the case, now how do you see, like, is there any way that, like, you answered that resilience part of it, how to improvise our resilience? Is there any like therapeutic or like a way or natural way increasing our resilience?
वही है जो रेजिलियंस की, जिस तरह हमने अभी पहले भी बात की थी. रेजिलियंस डेवलप करने का कोई शॉर्टकट मेथड नहीं है. आई थिंक अगर आपने भी देखा होगा, कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनकी लाइफ में अगर या तो बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं आई होती या काफी हैप्पी गो लकी तरह के सर्कमस्टांसेस रहे होते हैं, तो उनके फ्यूचर में जब कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है, इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर देम टू हैंडल अ प्रॉब्लम. तो this is a short way of saying कि to become resilient against something, like I said, आपको immune system develop करना है तो आपको थोड़ा बहुत तो expose अपने आप को problem से करना पड़ेगा. So not shying away from problematic situations, not shying away from challenges. अगर आ रहे हैं, कोई problem दिख रही है, एकदम से सोचना कि यार तुम कर दो, मैं तो साइड हट जाता हूँ, मुझे नहीं करनी है, तो उससे क्या होगा कि resilience को develop होने का opportunity नहीं मिलेगा. When you have dealt with enough problems is when you will actually give yourself the chance of discovering your own personal tools of dealing with the problem. क्योंकि हर एक इंसान के प्रॉब्लम को डील करने के बहुत पर्सनल अलग अलग तरीके होते हैं. जरूरी नहीं है कि मेरे लिए जो वर्क करता है, अगर मैं मान लो योगा करती हूँ और वो मेरे लिए वर्क करता है, डजंट मीन कि आपके लिए योगा वर्क करेगा. मे बी आपका तरीका बहुत अलग है. जैसे कि सचिन जी ने कहा कि सोशल कॉन्टैक्ट कर लिया, किसी से बात कर ली, वो उनको हेल्प नहीं करता है. ही हैज टू आइसोलेट हिमसेल्फ एंड गो टू अ ट्रिप, टेक अ ट्रिप अलोन. मे बी उनको वो हेल्प करता है. सो आप थोड़ा सा अपने आप को क्राइसिस सिचुएशन में, टफ सिचुएशन में, अगर आप पेरेंट हैं तो सिमिलरली अपने बच्चों को टफ सिचुएशंस, प्रॉब्लमेटिक सिचुएशंस थोड़ा सा हैंडल करने देंगे अपने आप से, while being there as a guide, as a supervisor. कुछ खराब होता है तो obviously you are there, but the more chance you give someone to solve a problem, the better they will get at solving the problem. This is what I want to say. Apart from that, of course, आपको खुद अपने आप एक्सप्लोर करना पड़ेगा आपके लिए क्या चीजें वर्क करती हैं. Simple things. What are the things that make you happy? And you incorporate those things in your day-to-day life more.
Any more questions?
I wish we had.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Chandrakanta Mehra here. Parul, thank you so much for giving such a good presentation. And like post-COVID dekha hai, and what reminds me, when we were young, my father used to say ki, you should know you should know your basic things, you should know how to handle your basic things. So वो time आ गया जब हमें बच्चों को भी educate करना है, जो छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं घर में अपनी cleanliness को लेके या अपने room को लेके, you know, we have to keep them busy. And because हमें सिखा दिया है COVID ने कि we should be all independent, or like we have to be mentally strong, and we have to you know, nourish the brain also बच्चों का, and keep appreciating them. And like even we are facing problem. I am a nanny, I've got a small kid, and like मुझे tension है कि अब उसको school नहीं भेजेंगे, because I know कि जितना छोटा बच्चा होता है 3+ उनका जो mental जो ब्रेन होता है ना, वो बहुत एक्टिव होता है. जितना हम अभी उसको फीड कर देंगे वो पूरी लाइफ वो भूलेगा नहीं. तो अब क्या स्थिति है कि अभी हम स्कूल में भेज नहीं सकते बच्चों को, तो डेफिनेटली उनका जो फ्यूचर है बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्टेड हो गया है. लेकिन वी हैव प्लान इन आवर सोसाइटी, काफी टीचर्स हैं जो रिटायर हो गई हैं, तो वी आर प्लानिंग कि 8-10 बच्चे हैं, वी विल जस्ट डू अ क्लासरूम टाइप, स्कूल टाइप फॉर 2 hours every day, or maybe you know 3 to 4 days in a week. और बच्चों को बिठा के हम कुछ सिखाएंगे, you know, some activities, so they remain active also, and we are also active, because you know this is high time now. We should, you know, thoda sa come out within our societies and try to build up a very healthy environment, so that we are mentally also busy, mentally fit, and physically also fit. Thank you so much, and thank you for giving such a good and a wonderful you know, presentation. It is really helpful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing such a wonderful insight. In fact, this is another aspect that I wanted to share with kids, like you said, no, कि कुछ basic life skills होते हैं actually. जब सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा होता है तो we don't feel कि ये सब सिखाने की हमें कोई जरूरत है, you know, like as parents we take responsibility कि नहीं, घर में सब कुछ हम ही करेंगे, बच्चों को आराम से रहने दो, you know, let them enjoy. The idea is not to make them suffer, but the idea is कि अब ऐसे crisis situation में वही life skills की जो आप बात कर रही हैं उसकी अब सबको जरूरत पड़ रही है, you know, like not everyone is married, you know, there are single men also living out there. अब simple things that you need to know, you know, how to cook for yourself, probably how to clean your house, because आपका जो है अब लॉकडाउन है तो आप किसी को बुला भी नहीं सकते घर पे, maybe you don't want to eat out every day. So when it comes to children, so being mindful, let's take this as an opportunity to realize कि ये crisis situations तो life में कभी भी आ सकती हैं, and you as parents, you as grandparents are not always going to be there physically around your kids to help them out. तो बच्चों के साथ भी, and especially now, I think it is a very good idea to involve them in household activities or household chores. You know, you can make it fun for them. Idea is not कि जो हमसे नहीं हो रहा उनको दे दो and डांट फटकार के उनसे करवा लो. That is not the idea. It's not to make them suffer, but make it enjoyable. Give them basic things to do. आपको कुकिंग भी करनी है, turn it into a kind of interesting activity and involve them into it. Cleaning करना है, make it into like, you know, some challenge of sorts कि ठीक है, देखते हैं कि कौन ज़्यादा जल्दी अच्छे से efficiently clean करेगा or something like that. There are so many ways of making it fun, but involve your kids. You know, I think जैसे कि आपने कहा ये basic life skills बहुत important है, and at some point of time, we all, irrespective of gender, irrespective of age, we all should know how to take care of our own selves, and this is how we learn. Yeah, and that's a very good initiative, I think, classroom wala. And similarly, even now at a community level, even I'm thinking that we will start some support groups. This is also something I wanted to announce. Similarly, for people, adults who are suffering because of COVID for any reason, to come together as a group, as a community, and share your feelings and ideas, or to do it in a classroom setting, or to do it on a video call. I think these are all good ideas to maintain some sense of togetherness, you know, in the current times.
Yes, thank you so much, Parul. Thank you.
Thank you, very well done, and we learned a lot.
Yeah. So I think time to accord our record appreciation for all present here. Very specifically, our beloved RWA President, Dr. Susma.
I would love to correct.
Yeah, please.
I'm secretary only.
No, I'm saying President separate and Dr. Susma
Okay.
special. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I always wish to be politically correct. So the President and you, Dr. Susma, our Honorable Secretary, Treasurer of RWA, Sector 22, all the resident and family members of Sector 22, Gurgaon. I think the session has been really beautifully and well organized. And I really, at a young age, must I say, You are articulating very well. You always have been very knowledgeable, and Dr. Susma again reinforced my faith that you have been a very good student and a good orator, and I'm sure you will emerge as a very nice and wonderful practitioner in time to come.
If such children, such students are an asset to society, an asset to neighborhood, and Parul, your session was very
You're
insightful.
too kind, ma'am.
Correct. Yeah. A lot of points take away, like to be patient, give time to your own thoughts. I have taken notes of many things, right? Be solution focused rather than creeping on the problem. Don't get lost in your feelings. Accept and adjust to new normals. Therapeutic treatments are individualistic. These are very key points. And I'm sure I'll be a student, to take away all these things and implement in my own life. And must I give you the word of thanks? Thanks, Parul, for organizing these wonderful things. Thanks, Dr. Susma. Thanks, Sri Yoginder Singh, for few good reasons. You have been a fantastic individual, very impressive as a sports person and a proud father, I must say. Then thanks to all the father on this Father's Day. It is really a very special day. Those who have been fathering, or those should actually do fathering even in the virtual way, like in terms of parenting at any level. We have a lot of vulnerable students. Now they are, who knows, what is going to happen in the third wave, right? There are a lot of people, a lot of children who are already orphaned. I think it's a nice and wonderful opportunity for those who have not become biologically father. Perhaps they can be a father socially and otherwise, right? It's a wonderful opportunity for Dr. Sada and many more people. Truly, I think Parul, if you so wish, I think this can also be a hot topic. There are many people who have been orphaned, many children who have been orphaned, and maybe in the process of being orphaned, if you are not able to avoid the third wave. So I think
Yes, I also second to Sudhir, because Parul, one way we are addressing the issues of most, fortunate people, this society and all. Sometimes we should go to unfortunate people who are actually not having access to people like you, and access to people like somebody to help them. So we should think of that side. But one thing I took away from this talk, Parul is very compassionate. I could see her depth of analyzing the thing. It's a very good quality of a therapist and of any doctor. Today doctors are failed because of this compassion, lack of compassion. They will make you frightened, So whatever you do, if you don't have a little compassion, all this professionalism and scientific knowledge, all this will not work. So I'm very happy you have been into that.
Dr. Sada, permit me to give one liner here. After this whole session, I have gathered a lot of confidence, courage, and wisdom to say it's not the doctor who saves a life, right? Just being human is enough now to do the job.
It's a wonderful line.
Thank you, and all the best for your future. And I feel I also get inspired from Jogendra sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
No, just because I'm saying the way body is your temple. If it is not there, all mind, emotion, all this will talk, it is nowhere to go. So you made everything balance actually. That is where I feel good, and I very secretly I envy of you. Okay, so all the best for this talk.
But brave enough to accept the envy.
Yes, yes.
So thank you all. It has been a wonderful session.